What's good, my fellow Imaginites? It is your boy DeadmanVince back with another. Oh, let me fix my microphone here. Back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about what's the direction of my channel. You know, where's the Deadman been? Where's the Deadman been? What's the Deadman been up to? So firstly, I will say, if you're watching this video, it's probably like January or something like that. I'm probably going to schedule this for January 1st. As of right now, it is October 9th, and honestly, I don't want to spend next year living the same way that I usually live. I want to have much more freedom and be able to truly pursue the things that I want to do. You know, and not to say that YouTube wasn't something that I wanted to do. Obviously, everything that I do in my life is something I wanted to do. I hopped into it, right? I made the decision to hop into it. Even when something seems like it's externally influencing you, you still make the decision to hop into that thing full force, full throttle, and put your energy into it. So my life decisions have put me in a position right now where I'm not the happiest, right? Nobody's ever happy, but I feel like nobody's ever so unhappy. Or no. I feel like it takes a while for people to get so unhappy that they have to admit it out loud, right? And I'm only talking about it now because I'm just like, I expect to be in a much better mental place when you're seeing this versus I am when I'm recording this, right? So yeah, there's a lot of things that I need to work on in the background, you know. I let go of my health, I let go of my finances, I let go of like a lot of stuff. But it's cool. Because I am 25. Last month I turned 25. So even though most of the people who watch me are younger than that and they think I'm like a dinosaur or something, that's still pretty damn young. So I have a lot of time to, you know, fix whatever is wrong with my life. Or even people say fix their life. Your life's not broken. You just don't desire what you have at the moment, right? So it's not a fix my life. It's more like a put myself in a position I think I deserve, right? So to do that, that is going to require me to be gone for a little bit, or it would require me to be gone for a little bit, right? That's why you're seeing this video now. But yeah, like direction of the channel type of stuff. One, this initially started out as a Black Clover Mobile only channel. It used to be called DeadmanVince Black Clover Mobile. Literally all the stuff you see around it is Black Clover Mobile. And I was trying to be that channel that was like, you know, if you have any questions about Black Clover or anything like that at all, like I was trying to be like the Truth DT of Black Clover Mobile, right? But not only just covering Black Clover Mobile, because I watch a lot of Truth. And I look back in his channel, and you know, it turns out this man used to do old like playthroughs and old, you know, this, that, and third, right? He just plays video games in general. He's just a gamer, right? Now compare that to somebody like Nanogenics, who does Dokkan, but like mainly he just does Dragon Ball stuff. Like it's very far and few in between that you see him do a non-Dragon Ball related video at all on his main channel, right? Even when he has like a Dragon Ball video, but it's maybe not the most family friendly video. I feel like he was explaining this one long time ago, right? Like if it's like something that he usually wouldn't put on his main channel, right? Because it could possibly get flagged or something like that. He's going a little crazy or something like that, feeling a little loosey-goosey with it, you know, it goes on another channel. But like even still, people have a separation of channels for certain contents, things like that. And I think where I really shot myself in the foot is I went into starting my YouTube channel from the perspective of a YouTube viewer way back in the day, right? Because let me look it up. YouTube came out February 14th, Valentine's Day. It was February 14th, 2005, which is crazy to think, right? Because when I was 5, when it was 2005, February, I was 5 years old, about to be 6. So literally, me getting my first like, you know, taste of YouTube is just like me watching a bunch of videos of, you know, the blue background and like, you know, a bunch of white text explaining stuff, or like if I look up some anime stuff, it's like some cringy little AMV or some shit where somebody's just putting 2 different anime characters together. Whatever the hell, man. But basically, YouTube's been alive for a long time, and I started watching YouTube when it was very, very different. We are 20 years basically down the road now, because in a few months it'll be February 2025, right? So literally, I feel like my experience consuming YouTube as a young person, and it just became more and more as I grew up. I literally got to a point where I stopped where I stopped paying for cable, stopped watching cable because I don't watch cable anymore. When I go to YouTube and just look up the video that I need. Oh man, and I remember when YouTube didn't used to have ads, but they weren't really shit to watch on YouTube or anything like that. So besides the point, right? I went into this with the perspective of a bright-eyed youngin, right? Thinking that YouTube was just going to be all easy and blah, blah, blah. You know, like I do this happens, you know, I'm on my way. All this stuff. But in all reality, YouTube is way more work than you expect it to be. I feel like people walk into it and just think, all right, cool. I'm just going to record videos, throw them up, boom. But like, when you actually care, it's record a video, edit video, go back, rewatch video. Did that look right? Do I need to re-record? I don't know. Make a thumbnail. If you can't make a thumbnail, you're really bad at making thumbnails. Scour the internet. Look for somebody to make thumbnails. Also, Bladesifer is a wonderful thumbnail maker. I just want to give a big shout out to him. Go support his channel as well if you're watching this. But, you know, finding a thumbnail guy, you know, thinking up videos. Like, you know, games aren't always going to be hype. When they're in their dead periods, you got to put in that extra work, you know. When you're not on the screen, in front of the camera, you got to put in that extra work to kind of figure out, like, what am I going to do now that the game is not popping, right? Like, when this isn't popping, what am I going to do to make the game pop? You know, like, you got to still have stuff like that. And it's not like I can't think of things like that. Rather, I was probably just being lazy when it came to thinking of things like that. Because I feel like I feel like there's a lot of different things in my life that I want to fix. Not needs to be fixed, but I want to fix. I desire it. So it's not negative, right? A negative outlook on it is something externally makes you feel bad about yourself and you're just trying to change it because of the outside standard. A good idea of change is, I desire this to be better because I know it can be, so I'm going to make it that way, right? So when I think like that, I think about every aspect of my life, you know, from YouTube to finances to health, you know, and not just health in the sense of like working out, but like health in the sense of working out, you know, being social and practicing my social skills with people, because I can talk to people really well. But sometimes, whereas some people have issues where they're like, I don't know what to say to this person. My issue is, I know what to say to this person so well that I know what to say to this person to get this response out of them. I know what to say to this person to get this response out of them. I know what to say to this person to initiate a new response I've never seen from them. Which one of these options do I want to do, right? But then I'm just thinking too hard about it at that point, right? I feel like I should just do whatever feels natural. I feel like I should just think, you know, what feels good to me, what feels right to me, do that, right? And that's what I'm trying to focus on more now. Being more intentional with my time, with my energy, with the things that I do. So that's why I have not been on YouTube making videos for the past like little bit here, because I felt like if I would have hopped behind my computer and recorded, it wouldn't have been intentional. It would have been because people miss me. And it's like, I don't want to make people worry about me and what's going on in my life, but like, at the end of the day, we're all our own people, you know? Even though all these people who watch my videos do worry, like, where's the Deadman? What's the Deadman doing? They're concerned for me. I do appreciate it, but I also gotta leave that in the back seat, because I don't know anybody watching these videos like personally. I mean, I do. Obviously, my friends watch the videos. But like, when it comes to the millions of people who will be watching on YouTube and however long it takes, as long as I put in the work, right? I don't know all 1 million of you, right? So it's just like, it sucks that I'm not here at the moment making the videos for you, or I wasn't, right? But I'm back now, and that's all that matters. People don't exist until they prove to you that they do exist. So for all the million people who are going to be watching this in the future, you did not know I existed until I popped this video, or until I popped my first YouTube video, or whatever you stumbled upon my channel. If I never recorded a video in the first place, you would have been fine. You wouldn't have been like, oh, where's Deadman? Where's blah, 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 blah. So all I can really say is, thank y'all for holding out. Thank y'all for hanging on. But the Deadman is like back and ready to like lock in for real. Direction of the channel type of stuff, and less life stuff. So one, like I said, I was focused on just Black Clover Mobile, and I really put myself in a box with just Black Clover Mobile. But with Black Clover Mobile being kind of like the only thing really holding any weight around Black Clover's name right now, it's just not gonna work out. Black Clover, one, is not a series like Dragon Ball where you can just literally you could literally wipe your ass with toilet tissue, and if the smear on the toilet tissue looked like Goku, somebody will buy it. Black Clover has not admonished that much popularity, right? So it would be detrimental for me to try and lock myself to just that as an outlet. I do want to do more things, and I feel that the reason why it's taking me so long to kind of initiate these other things that I want to do is because I feel like it would have been harder. It would have been easier to just sit in silence and be lazy than it is to explain to everybody, like, hey, my channel started off as this one thing. Sorry, I'm turning off some alarms. My channel started off as this one thing, but I've made the executive decision to just completely flip that on its head. We're still going to include this thing, but I'm also going to be incorporating this, and this. I feel like I was just too lazy of a person to even come forward and say that. But now here I am. I do want to do more things, right? So, like I said, I'm still playing Black Clover Mobile. I'm playing Grand Cross. I'm playing Dokkan. I'm not playing any other gacha games right now. I might play the JJK gacha game when it comes to global, because apparently it's coming in December, and I only stopped playing that game because I'm not trying to fight with VPN like every single time I want to play the game. So that's kind of like where we're at with it now. Now, some new things that I want to do. I know I don't really do. I was saying I wasn't doing any character reviews on BCM because I wanted to wait until I had all of them fully maxed out. Blah 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 blah. That takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. And I will have y'all know, I have not spent money in BCM. I can't remember the last time, but I do still have 90 out of 92 characters, right? And honestly, the reason why I wanted to have every character maxed out, absolutely built, is just so I could like actually use them, you know? Like, I like to use a character before I talk about them. But I'm gonna be real, level with me. I did use all those characters in some way, shape, or form, some capacity. I had to, right? I've used all those characters in some degree, and even though having bigger gear would show you the most accurate number, yes, I'm honestly not here for the hype of it. I'm not here to show you the big numbers. I'm here to legitimately talk about, how they work, what's going on. So, honestly, even if a character doesn't have, like, the crazy maxed out gear like I want them to, it doesn't matter. Because if they did have the crazy maxed out gear like I wanted them to, their numbers would literally just be even more ridiculous, right? It's like I was telling myself, all right, let me get to level 125, let me 5-star, let me get the gear, let me upgrade their skills, let me... Oh, I forget one thing. I feel like I'm forgetting one thing. Let me open up their talents. Let me get them their talent stones. Let me do all this, right? But here's the thing. When you say, let me do this, that means I already have an idea for the gear. That means I already have an idea for the talents. That means I already have an idea for, what skills are most important, which ones I'm going to level up first. I.e., I already have a very strong concept of how to use the character. So, even though all of them aren't going to just be me going in and absolutely ripping ass and giving you fat numbers with each character, I'm still going to talk about and break down each character just so you guys kind of have a look at them. I feel like we don't really get super in-depth video guides for characters. I feel like I did like the first one when I tried to do like an hour-long showcase on it was either Green Yami or Black Asta, but it did really well, and somebody even commented like, hey bro, this was the best like showcase I've seen. This is the only true showcase I've seen on YouTube. Like, do one on this character, right? So I do want to do more things like that and actually give you guys detailed information. And how I feel about BCM right now, I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, waiting is the only thing that I can say, and it's like a very neutral waiting, right? It's like the game could flop because the developers are increasingly idiotic. The more that I see the things they do, the more I think they're just getting dumber. I don't even think they're dumb. I think they're getting dumber every day they work. I think they just get dumber, right? But either the devs are going to completely butcher the game, or the Black Clover effect is going to happen. And even though the Black Clover has gone through a bunch of hardship and faced a lot of bullshit, they could pull it back around. They could. Hey, it happened with the anime. It happened with the manga. It might happen again. But not only will I be doing videos on Black Clover Mobile, I'll also be doing videos on Grand Cross. I may throw an occasional video on Dokkan. I don't know, man. I feel like Dokkan's been around so long, there's no need for me to make videos on that. No need ever. I mean, I guess I can talk about. I do know what I'm talking about in Dokkan. Like people that I know immediately that do play Dokkan. Every now and then, I do kind of like, hey, bro, I use this team to beat this mission. You know, I do give team builds and stuff like that, and you know, I can tell you like, hey, bro, you're gonna want to leave this motherfucker in the front slot. That's my 1F bomb, or you're gonna want to leave this dude in the third slot or whatever, right? So I'm pretty knowledgeable in Dokkan, knowledgeable enough at least. And then what else? I've been doing some Black Clover, just kind of like manga discussion. I want to do more manga discussion type of stuff in general as well. And then there was another thing I was thinking of. Oh, probably the most important thing in this video that I somehow just stumbled upon just now, towards the end of the video. I am creating a gacha game. I'm not going to say trying. I will be creating this gacha game. I do not care. Like, at the point that I'm at right now, I already have the main points of the story planned out. I just need to plan out the little points in between that get it. Oh my god, I thought I pressed spacebar for a second to stop the recording, goodness. But I just need to plan out all the little interactions and moments in between. Like, I have characters already thought up. I'm literally doing like character builds right now. Like, I'm literally like pretty much making a skeleton of how the game is supposed to function, because I know that that's not my job. I know my job is more so to create the story and try to make arts for the characters. But I am right now trying to get so much information ready. That's my style. That's my approach. I don't like to pull up on people and say, hey, I have an idea. I like to pull up on people and say, hey, I have an idea and tangible things that we can use towards this idea to make it happen. How fast can we make this happen? Or not how fast, but like, how efficiently can we execute this in a time-efficient manner to try and get this out, right? Because even though I should just focus on the story and this and that, like, you know, I feel like what's his name? Nakaba Suzuki? Is that the Seven Deadly writer? I think his name is Nakaba Suzuki. Nakaba Suzuki was somewhat intermingled with the game when he used to design all the like special bosses for it and shit. But I think that he's not dealing with it anymore because he's doing Four Nights, and Four Nights could be done by somebody else. I'm gonna look that up as well. Yes, it's still Nakaba Suzuki who is writing Four Nights to the Apocalypse, but I don't think that he's focused on Grand Cross at the moment because it's still mainly 7DS. Like, literally, we just got a Percival in Grand Cross, and right after they're like, all right guys, new Esterosa. So I'm just like, you guys are in Four Nights, but like, are you really? You could have dropped a Donnie. Donnie sucks. Donnie really stinks at first as a character. Like, I do not like Donnie at first. But you know, it takes like a few chapters to turn it around for me. So, you know, they could have dropped like a 600 banner Donnie. If he was Four Nights of Apocalypse, I would have summoned for him. Like, he's not going to be a Four Nights character because like the characteristic, but like he's literally from Four Nights of Apocalypse. That's kind of where I am with Grand Cross now. I'm working on a bunch of old characters that are in the, you know, original game. I consider, like, how do I say this? The way that I look at Grand Cross switching over to Percival or switching over to Four Nights of the Apocalypse, I kind of see that as like, you just finished Ultimate Ninja Storm 1 and now they just released Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, right? Like, the first Percival that dropped, or was it Tristan? Tristan technically isn't from Four Nights of the Apocalypse. He's from Grudge of Edinburgh, which is like the movie between Seven Deadly and Four Nights where Denzel gets a staff and gets possessed by chaos, or doesn't get possessed. He's just racist because in the war with the demons and the goddesses, the humans are the ones who suffered the most tolls, I guess? Or no, he was mad because his master got killed. His master Denzel. He called upon a goddess to help him fight the demons, and the goddess tried to run away, and the demon ran up and killed him. So at that point right there, Denzel was like, yo, Death Pierce. Death Pierce was like, yo, screw the goddesses and screw the demons. Like, both of y'all are my ops. He was kind of taking giants and fairies by association because giants and fairies were mingled up in it too. But like, it's unfair. I feel like it's unfair to say that it was all the other races' fault except for the humans if y'all was involved in that shit too. Like, did they? I can't remember. Did the goddesses and demons and all them force the humans to join, Or did the humans just join by choice? When do humans not join by choice when it comes to war amongst other races? Like, let's be real. So is he really allowed to be like mad that like is there extreme racism allowed? I don't think so. But besides the point. Anyway, Tristan's not from Four Nights at the Apocalypse. He's from Edinburgh. When we get a Tristan that's from Four Nights at the Apocalypse, that boy's gonna be cold. Also, they need to fix they need to just start tagging characters of multiple races, I feel like Tristan shouldn't be is he an unknown that says he's also a demon and a goddess, or is he a goddess that says he's also a demon, or is he a demon that also says he's a god? I don't know. What his races should look like, it should literally just say demon, comma, goddess. Or y'all ready for this one? Netmarble can do what they've been scared to do this entire time and add a new race into the game. Maybe they could add like hybrid. I wouldn't say just add Nephilim, because you know, then you'd have to add Nephilim, then you'd have to figure out the name of a hybrid between a giant and a fairy, and add that. Then you'd have to figure out the hybrid between a human and a fairy, and add that. Like, don't do that, right? Just put hybrid. I would just say hybrid or something like that. So like hybrid characters, which I guess that would kind of technically make it work for Magelda and Demiurge, because they're both demons, but they're also unknown. Hybrid, it gives them more team possibilities, I think. I would say make them hybrid, and then make it so that the hybrid is explained, right? So it's like, and technically, Demiurge and Gelda technically don't work for that, because they're not also demons. Like a vampire is just a type of demon, but it says unknown because vampire is not a race. But they specifically want to call Gelda a vampire, even though she's a demon. Anyway, but yeah, Nakaba Suzuki isn't really working on 7 Deadly anymore, nothing like that. Me, however, on my gacha game, I want to be if the game were a series of chains put together, every single link, the spacing between each link of the chain, I want to be in every link, every gap, everywhere. I'm everywhere in that game, bro. I'm building characters. I'm writing the story. I'm bringing ideas for a new event boss. I'm the one raising funds for the game. Like, I do not care, bro. I've played so many gacha games, and before, I used to have this mentality of, oh, this is not good, right? Like, I see somebody else doing something, I'm like, this isn't good. I could do better, right? But that was my problem. I was comparing my abilities to somebody else's abilities. But now I'm of that mindset where I play gacha games, and I'm literally more like a scientist with it, I feel like, right? I play, and then every time I feel unamused or dissatisfied in a gacha game, I fixate on that feeling. And I'm like, why did I feel that way? Is it because of the fact that I can't continue to play like I want to right now? Is it because of the fact that I didn't get as good of a score as I thought? Or is it that the score is just too complicated to get? Or is it that, like, you know, like, there's always a reason you feel bad. And on the other foot, I do the same thing. I'm like, yes, right? And then as soon as I feel that, yes, I'm like, why does this make me happy? Right? And then when you start to take notes, on why you feel bad and why you feel good playing a game, you start to see how much of the game could be changed. They could still make their money, and people will be more satisfied in general. Sometimes you notice that, like, okay, this is just because the development company is a bunch of dickheads, or the development company is actually doing this for a legitimate reason, and I see why now. But I already talked your head off. I can't even say I'm not going to talk your head off. But that's it for this video, guys. Like, that's the direction of the channel now. I want to focus my channel more so on life pursuits. Like, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want to do with my time? I want my channel to reflect that more often. And yes, I do love playing gacha games, but I do not plan on spending the rest of my life playing just gacha games. I do plan on, you know, writing mini stories, making gacha games, making, oh, dude, the list of stuff that I'm trying to do is endless, bro. And it's only gonna get crazier from here. This is the base point. This is like I'm on the cliff top right now with a bungee cord on, thinking about jumping, right? And by time that you actually see this video, like I said, January 1st, put it in your calendar. You can't put it in your calendar. You're not going to see this till then. Anyway, by time that you see this, we're going to be past the jumping off the mountain, contemplating jumping off the mountain point. We're going to be already all the way down, fully extended. Bungee already brought me up. I already went down one time. I'm already trying to jump back down the next time, and the next time, and the next time. But this was Deadman Vince, and I do greatly appreciate you guys listening to my my PSA. PTA? No, that's Parent Teacher Association. PSA is public service announcement. Yes, that is my PSA. And if there's one thing that I can say to you is, I'm still a black bull. Oh, let it focus, let it focus, let it focus. Yeah, my fingers are kind of ashy, don't talk about it. I am still a black bull. And what do black bulls do the best? Definitely not focus shit in the camera. They surpass their limits. But I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.